Okay, hello and back to another module. This module will be getting into some penalty enforcement. We'll be going over a bunch of live ball penalties and showing you a lot of film to see what that looks like in action. So let's get right into it. So the first one that we will go over is called flag guarding. So again, flag football, non-contact sport. So flag guarding is when somebody's running with the ball and they illegally protect their flag. So they can do this by a couple ways. They can intentionally knock somebody's hand away. You'll see that. You'll see them swipe or stiff arm somebody's arm away so that they can't get to their flag. And that is illegal. That is a penalty. Another way is by putting the ball over the flag belt to prevent the flags from being pulled. So you may see somebody running and kind of pin the ball against the flag belt. So that way when somebody tries to pull it, that it won't work. So that is another way. And this flag guarding doesn't have to be intentional. So when somebody's running in a natural motion, their hands are going to be swinging by their side. And if they make contact, and even if it's accidentally knock away somebody's hand from pulling their flag, that will also be illegal. So contact must occur for flag guarding to be called, so it is required. So if somebody swipes at somebody's hand and they don't make contact, even though they were intending to, they don't make contact, then it's not illegal. So has to have contact, doesn't have to be intentional. So any sort of contact preventing a defender from pulling their flag is illegal. We need to throw a flag on that, and that is called flag guarding. And we'll look at a couple of videos. They're a little bit hard to see, but go ahead and try and look for somebody either in a running motion or swiping their hand away for a flag guarding call. Yep, so it's right at the end there. Looks like it may have been a natural motion, but he swipes with his right hand, makes contact with a defender, and our official's all over it and throws a flag. Right there. So this looks like one where he may have pinned the ball against his flag belt, and that's why his belt didn't fall right away. So we can take a closer look, but he's some way or another holding onto his flag belt so that when they pull it, it doesn't come off. Yep. We're looking at green here. Uses his left hand and pushes the defender away. Pretty clear there. And the defender knows and the referee sees it. So you'll see his left hand, when he tries to spin out of it, pushes the defender. Right there. That is flag guard. Okay, the next one is illegal contact. So contact that illegally gives a player an advantage. You'll see this a lot when you're rushing the passer or blocking. So illegally pushing over a player on the line of scrimmage doesn't have to push somebody over, but any sort of pushing or intentional contact will be illegal. So that can be a player with a ball or without a ball. Another common one that you'll see that players will need to get adjusted to is swatting the ball out of a runner's or passer's hand. So they'll need to understand there's no point in doing that, because even if the ball is fumbled, when it touches the ground, it's a dead ball and no turnover at that point. So you'll see it, especially in the first few weeks, people will try and slap the ball out of others' hands, and that is illegal contact. We don't want that. The point of the game is to pull the flag, not knock the ball away. So that is illegal contact, and we'll put a flag on that. Again, you'll see it at the line of scrimmage a lot, and on this next play, you'll see the person who is blocking extend their arms and push the defender, and we get a flag right away on that. Yep. So you'll see the player that's just to the right of the snapper try and block with his hands, and that is illegal contact right there. There's another one. It's up to the discretion of the official who that'll be on, but in my opinion, it's probably the defender. You'll see the offensive blocker, hands behind his back, just getting in the way, and then the player in yellow comes and bowls him over. So that is definitely illegal contact there. The next live ball penalty that we'll get into is offensive and defensive pass interference. So They're a little bit different. So offensive pass interference starts as soon as the play starts, so right at the snap, and it can be called anytime from the snap until the ball is touched or caught during a pass. So it can happen right away. So players come off the line and shove their hands out. Looks like illegal contact. If it's a pass, it's going to be pass interference, and that'll occur on the offensive team. So anytime from the snap until the end of the throw. Defensive pass interference is a little bit different. So restrictions start when the ball is in the air. So it doesn't start right at the snap. Right at the snap, any contact by the defense is going to be illegal contact. And then when the ball is released and is in the air, that is when defensive pass interference starts. And it goes all the way until the player is touched or caught by a player. And then you'll see there, if contact happens before the ball, it's still a penalty, and that is just called illegal contact. So offense is throughout the play. Defense starts when the ball is in the air. And contact is required for a pass interference to be called. So you may see somebody try and push or try and swipe, but they need to actually make contact for pass interference to be called. This next play, you'll see the penalty. To me, it looks like it's a little bit of a bang-bang play, and the contact occurs when the ball arrives. So, well, it doesn't say exactly what he had for a call there, but you'll see a little bit of, this will be offensive pass interference in the first one. The ball go up, then the defender is in the air, and the player in blue comes and pushes him in the back. So we'll need to call something on that because there is contact that goes on, whether it's offensive pass interference or just illegal contact is going to be up to the official. But that is certainly not allowed, and we have a good flag on there. And again, even if you don't know what it is right away, throw the flag, and then you can think about it. You can discuss with your other officials what you're going to have the call be. That's a good thing about officiating football, is that you have a chance between plays to make a call. This next one, see the ball go up, and then that player in blue comes and pushes them with two hands. Good flag there. So that's going to be defensive pass interference. The ball is already in the air at that point, and it's before anybody touches the ball. Yep, that is definition of defensive pass interference. The next live ball penalty we get into is roughing the passer. So basically any contact to a quarterback after the ball has been thrown or while the ball is being thrown, if it's not going for a flag, is going to be roughing the passer. So the penalty for roughing a passer on a completed forward pass will be enforced from the dead ball spot from where the run ends. And that's only if the end of the run is beyond the line of scrimmage. So roughing the passer will be, so if somebody throws the ball and catches it, they get a 5-yard gain. We're going to tack on the yardage from the roughing the passer at that point. If the pass is incomplete or the run ends behind the line of scrimmage, then we're going to enforce it from the previous spot. And same thing, if they throw an interception, but there's roughing the passer, that interception is not going to count, and we're going to give the ball back to the offense with the yardage from the previous spot. So if it's caught and beyond the line of scrimmage, we're taking it from the end of the run. Everything else, we're going to take it from the previous spot. And we'll see a definition of roughing the passer in this video here. So you'll see that defender comes and hits him in the arm. And what's going to happen there is, because it was positive gain, the player in blue catches the ball and runs beyond the line of scrimmage. We're going to tack on that yardage at that point. If the ball had been incomplete or they had thrown an interception, then we're just going to take it from the previous spot, like I said. Okay, the next two live ball penalties are holding and failure to wear proper equipment. So holding, you'll see a lot of, it's grasping an opponent, grabbing their shirt or their shorts, and you're gaining an advantage from that. So a common one that you'll see is attempting to pull a flag belt, but if they miss and grab somebody's shorts, that hinders the runner, so they pull them back or slow them down, then we're going to throw a penalty for holding on that. You'll also see people kind of sort of wrap somebody up if they can't grab the flag and they just put their arms around them. That'll be holding as well. The next one is failure to wear proper equipment. So this would be an example of somebody wearing a flag belt where the flags aren't on the sides and in the back. Remember, we need 2 on the sides and 1 in the back. So if there's 1 in the front or they're sort of off center, then that'll be failure to wear proper equipment, as well as not tucking in a shirt all the way around. So with these 2, I think that the first time and maybe the second time you see it, just give a warning and say, hey, can you fix your flag belt? Hey, can you tuck your shirt in? But if it happens repeatedly, then that is when we're going to need to throw a flag on that. We'll see a couple examples of holding and what that looks like in live action. Yep, so you see right at the end there, and even all of them, so they grab the shorts first, and then the other 2 players in blue sort of wrap him up around the waist and hold him there. So this is a couple examples of holding. Yep, see a bunch of illegal contact there. We want freedom of movement in our game, so you can't just grab people and then pull their flag. The point of the game is to pull the flag and not hold on to people. So that is a good call there. See another example of holding right there. So he sort of wraps him up around the waist, grabs him by his shirt or his shorts, and then pulls the flag. So we don't want them pulling onto each other and then pulling the flag. If they don't get the flag right away, they need to let go and then go for the flag again. See one more example of holding right here. Oh yeah, big one. And that is clear as day. Every official on the field should be able to see that and throw a flag. And I think you see our official on the far side there reaching for her flag. Right there, definition of holding, flag every single time. Couple more live ball penalties, illegal forward pass and illegal advancement. So an illegal forward pass is when somebody runs through the line of scrimmage and then throws, or throws a second forward pass in the same play. And I think the video we'll see is a second forward pass in the same play. So they're not allowed to run beyond the line of scrimmage and then throw, and they can't throw behind the line of scrimmage and then throw again. Both of those are illegal forward pass. Illegal advancement is, we talked about in the previous module, is having an offensive player advance through the line during a close play. So it's a close play. Any quarterback or any runner that tries to run through the line of scrimmage with the ball before a pass, that is illegal advancement. Live ball penalty, you let it play out, and then you give the defense the option of accepting or declining the penalty at that point. So I believe we'll see 2 forward passes in one play here. First one right there, he's trying to go lateral, but did throw it forward. And then a second one, so that'll be an illegal forward pass. Illegal advancement, so this is during a closed play right now. And you'll see a backwards pass. Player thought she threw it forward, but throws it lateral. And then that player goes ahead and runs through the line of scrimmage, so that'll be illegal advancement. That'll be it for this module. Go ahead and take the quiz. Should be a pretty simple one, but if you have questions, definitely reach out, and we'll get into the final night 1 training for these modules.